Once upon a time, in a faraway jungle, lived a jackal. One day he was walking in the jungle in search of food. Suddenly, he reached a quiet village and started roaming around. When the dogs in the village saw him, they surrounded him and tried to attack him. Not knowing what to do, he started running to save his life. "Come here, you jackal! Where do you think you are going? This is our area, and we won't allow anyone else to wander here," shouted the dogs as they ran behind the jackal. To save himself, the jackal runs into a nearby house which belongs to a washerman. In the backyard of the house, he saw two large tubs filled with blue dye. He looked here and there and, without thinking anything, jumped in the tub to save his life. After a while, he came out of the tub, not realizing his body was all blue. When the dogs saw him, they did not recognize him and were terrified, and they started running away, thinking it was some strange creature that could harm them. After a while, he came out of the tub, not realizing his body was all blue. When the dogs saw him, they did not recognize him and were terrified, and they started running away, thinking it was some strange creature that could harm them. Confused about what was happening, he left for the jungle. When he reached the jungle, he saw the strange reactions of his jungle mates. Some started running after seeing him, while others started talking about things behind his back. He still didn't understand what was happening. After some time, he went to the nearby river to drink water. Suddenly, he saw his reflection in the water and realized what was happening. "Oh!" exclaimed the jackal. "This is why everyone is behaving so strangely." That was when a cunning idea struck his mind. Immediately, he stood on a huge rock and gathered all the animals. "Oh, my fellow mates, please don't be afraid of me," announced the jackal. "The creator of this universe, Brahma, has crafted me with his own hands. He has asked me to be the king of this jungle, as there is no suitable king here. I am here to protect you all and be your caretaker. Live happily in my kingdom." All the animals believed him and obeyed all the instructions he gave them. He asked the monkeys to bring fresh fruit and the tigers and lions to bring meat for him. Everyone was engaged in obeying his orders and serving him. The very first thing he did after becoming the king was that he chased away all the jackals from the jungle. He was afraid they might recognize him, which would cause him trouble. This went on for a few days, and he was living the best of his life. Suddenly, one day, while surrounded by the other animals, he heard the voice of jackals howling in a distance. Hearing the sound, he could not control himself. He stood up and started howling too. That was when the animals realized what was happening, and a cunning jackal had been fooling them for so many days. Meanwhile, he realized his foolishness and ran for his life. However, he couldn't escape from so many angry animals and met an unfortunate end.